CKJ, Crypto News. I'd like to welcome everybody to the show today. Jay Clayton. Jay Clayton is the SEC chairman. He came out and said Bitcoin is not a security. Ethereum is not a security. But I got to thinking, why would Jay Clayton even come out with such a bold statement? Because I got to thinking through Twitter and through my feed. I've done so much research now on crypto is here to stay. I believe we're preparing for a massive bull run. Institutional money is on the way. Jay Clayton is a Goldman Sachs lawyer, huge banker, been representing the largest banking firms in the world, helped Alibaba raise unprecedented amount of money through an IPO, which is similar to an ICO, which Jay Clayton has been all for IPOs, raising money, Wallstreet, Goldman Sachs banker. He's worth $52 million. He has investments in Canadian Bank. He has multiple investments in different companies. So basically, this is going to be a hell of a video. Basically, I've done a lot of research on Jay Clayton, his past, what he's been involved in, the future of cryptocurrencies, Wall Street getting involved, New York Stock Exchange getting involved. Pretty much them making statements that there will be a global digital currency, basically saying Bitcoin's not going to be the one. I believe it's going to be XRP. I will show that clip. So we are going to do a lot of jumping around here, guys. Just bear with me here. I don't write this stuff down. I'm talking off the top of my head here. So basically, just stay tuned. It's going to be a very interesting video. And I hope to accomplish that basically, to basically, if people realize the foundation being built behind digital currencies in a whole, they realize this is a huge opportunity for us. This is a lifetime opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity, I believe. I believe that's for sure. So let's get this show started. So basically, what led me to the initial research is SEC Chairman Jay Clayton says Bitcoin not a security. Most ICOs likely are. So then I got to thinking, damn, Bitcoin. And I'm not a Bitcoin guy, don't get me wrong. I'm a digital currency guy, a crypto guy. I'm an XRP guy. But I do diversify, don't get me wrong. Now, basically, if you really think about it, for SEC chairman to say Bitcoin is not a security, but to come from this stage right here to SEC and Goldman Sachs buying Feloniacs, $400 million. From this point, Bitcoin pizza, 8 years ago today, someone bought 2 pizzas with Bitcoins, now worth $82 million. So I'm like, damn. This started out as like a prank almost, as somebody using these Bitcoins to buy a pizza, all the way to institutional money getting involved, and the SEC chairman making a bold statement, Bitcoin is not a security. Whew, crypto has came such a far way, and it's here to stay, and it's just the beginning, guys, and this is why I say we are pioneers in this revolution. So anyway, let's get this show started. SEC chairman says Bitcoin not a security. So I was thinking, damn, that's kind of good news for crypto in itself, which led me to the Bitcoin pizza. But then I got to researching, who is Jay Clayton? Like, where does this guy come from? So I think you guys will be shocked to really find out some of the things about this guy. Clayton joined Sullivan Cromwell in 1995. He specializes in mergers and acquisitions, transactions, and capital market offerings, represented prominent Wall Street firms, including Goldman Sachs. He served as an advisor to numerous companies regarding issues related to SEC, Federal Reserve, Department of Justice, and other agencies. He also helped multiple corporations raise money through initial public offerings, IPOs, including Alibaba, Any Financial Capital, Oak Tree Capital Management, Block Hawk Network Holdings. During the financial crisis of 2007-2008, Clayton advised Bear Streams in its fire sale to J.P. Morgan Chase. Barclays Capital purchase of Lehman Brothers assets following their bankruptcy. Goldman Sachs has a connection with the investment in Berkshire Hathaway. So this is huge. So already we got Jay Clayton tied into some of the largest investment firms, largest banks there is. So that kind of caught me off guard right there. I'm like, whoa, hold on. So Clayton earned $7.6 million in 2016 from his firm, and his family's wealth is at least $50 million. His holdings include some investments in Portfolio, Apollo Global Management, Bryan Capital, Flowers Co., Richard C. So let's move on. So Democrats skeptical about SEC nominees ties to Wall Street. So Jay Clayton's a big-time Wall Street guy. President Trump's pick to lead the Securities and Exchange Commission, Jay Clayton, on Thursday defended his ability to regulate Wall Street despite spending decades helping big banks weather government scrutiny. I have zero tolerance for bad actors, Clayton told lawmakers in more than 2 hours of testimony. He confirmed, Clayton said he would make sure our markets are fair and open, orderly, and efficient, that investors are protected. So let's just watch this one little clip right here. Give you an idea of where this guy's coming from. So basically, she hit it right on the money. This guy's tied to Goldman Sachs, major banks, and if they violate SEC conditions in the next 2 years, he can't even vote or punish at all. So this is kind of like, hold on, what's going on here? You spent your career protecting some of the biggest names on Wall Street, and those relationships pose a host of conflicts for this position. Sherrod Brown, Ohio ranking Democrat on Senate Bank Committee, said the hearing, I'm concerned that you may need to recuse yourself too often at a time when we need strong, independent SEC chair on the front line of enforcement, not watching from the sidelines. So Clayton has helped online retailer Alibaba stage the largest initial public offering in history, assisted in the sale of the National Basketball Association and Atlanta Hawks. Clayton, who made more than $7 million last year, is among 6 people with ties to Goldman Sachs chosen by Trump to serve in his administration. Is among 6 people with ties to Goldman Sachs chosen by Trump to serve in his administration. So this is huge. Let's move forward. Trump hires yet another Goldman Sachs banker. Candidate Trump loves to call out his opponents for having ties to Goldman Sachs. Trump's latest Goldman hire is Jim Donovan, a two-decade veteran of Wall Street Bank, who was nominated on number 2 position at the Treasury Department. Goldman Sachs applauded the nomination of Donovan, calling him a statement is smart, extraordinarily versatile, is hardworking. President Trump should candidate Trump call Carl Fish, executive director of Progressive Group, Ali Progressive, said in a statement, by handing over economy to Goldman Sachs, Trump continues to betray working class Americans. So Donovan will join a handful of Goldman alumni in the Trump administration. Gary Cohn, remember Gary Cohn's name, left his perch at Goldman's number 2 executive with $285 million to become Trump's top economic advisor. Now remember, Gary Cohn, Trump's top economic advisor, left a huge position at Goldman Sachs. Trump also nominated Jay Clayton, a high-powered lawyer who represented Goldman Sachs, to be the next leader of the SEC, which is responsible for rooting out financial crime. Listen to this line right here, guys. A high-powered lawyer, Jay Clayton, who represented Goldman Sachs, to be the leader of the SEC, which is responsible for rooting out financial crime. So far, Jay Clayton has been a huge pusher of IPOs, raising money. So what do you think he's going to do for ICOs? Yes, if ICOs are security, guess what? He doesn't care. They're going to make money. So cryptos are here to stay. That's basically what I'm getting to. So check this out. Goldman Sachs' new CEO, David Solomon, is keen on Bitcoin and crypto. So if we got Goldman Sachs, Jay Clayton in the SEC, we got Donald Trump's whole cabinet is Goldman Sachs. Now we're going to start seeing Goldman Sachs getting involved in Bitcoin. Now watch this. Goldman Sachs' new CEO, David Solomon, is keen on Bitcoin and crypto. So the new chief executive of Goldman Sachs will be the firm's current chief operating officer, David Solomon. So we'll just move forward a little bit. Goldman-backed startup Circle buys major crypto exchange Pheloniax. Now this is where Goldman Sachs bought Feloniax for $400 million. This is in a crypto exchange. Goldman Sachs-backed cryptocurrency startup Circle has acquired digital token exchange Feloniax. Circle said on Monday it aims to cement its position as one of the leading players in the booming market. Guys, bull run is on the way. Massive, massive. Circle opens crypto investment app to 46 U.S. states, leverages BitLicense to enter New York. Now, Circle was actually the first entity to receive the New York BitLicense. So that's kind of huge. Circle also, in 2016, the British government approved the first virtual currency license to Circle. The British government approved the first virtual currency license to Circle. British government issues landmark license to Bitcoin company. UK government grants permission to issue blockchain-based currency. So guys, if anybody says crypto is not here to stay, or you can't see the direction we're going here, I'm telling you, these guys, these major players are getting themselves in position. That's for sure. Ex-Trump advisor predicts global cryptocurrency. Now this is Gary Cohn right here. I just remember his name. Ex-Trump advisor predicts global cryptocurrency. But watch this, guys. Ex-Goldman Sachs president says global cryptocurrency will come, but it's not Bitcoin. They're talking about Gary Cohn again. Gary Cohn, former Goldman Sachs president, as well as former chief economic advisor to U.S. President Donald Trump, believes that there will be a global cryptocurrency in the future, but it will be a coin more easily understood than Bitcoin. Now, does that sound familiar to somebody? Check this out, guys. We will have a world global currency, and it's not going to be based on mining costs, and the people will understand it. I wonder what global currency that will be. Let's see. Maybe David Schwartz can weigh in. Bitcoin versus Ripple XRP. David Schwartz pitches in on the battle. Of course. Ripple recently released an image of David Schwartz delivering a speech on XRP. The image shows comparison between BTC and XRP. So basically right here, Ripple transaction fees come up to around 0.0001. Transaction reflecting philosophy of creation or Internet of Value. The ledger also enhances the user experience by automatically calculating the fees needed to and deducting it from the transaction. The electricity required for one transaction of Bitcoin is close to 162 kWh according to the slideshow. This is approximately the amount of energy required to run an average refrigerator for a year. The XRP ledger uses negligible energy consumption. However, the exact amount is not specified. So basically, we're saying that XRP is pre-mined. There's no electricity. We don't have, due to the bottleneck created, blocks updated every 10 minutes. The general slow transaction speed. We know it's faster. It's better. It's more secure than you'll ever be. I'm faster. Bitcoin is known for being mineable and is achieved by using the proof of work of algorithm. This is problematic in nature, which involves adoption of theory of probability. The XRP ledger uses consensus protocol, allowing for deterministic method of reaching decisions. So that's huge. So basically, it's pre-mined, doesn't use a bunch of electricity. It's faster, it's cheaper. So what direction are we going with this? You guys guessed it. The IMF just finished its first high-level meeting on blockchain. Now, this is the IMF, but here's Circle right here. Here's Allure, but here's Ryan Zagon right here. So pretty much to me, it seemed like you know, Wall Street's going to move in on Bitcoin as far as pushing these products to consumers. But at the same time, I think if we're gearing towards a global currency or be used for a bridge asset, we can clearly see XRP and Bitcoin is one of the top two contenders for that position. And me personally, my belief is it's XRP. Ripple and its products are a fantastic opportunity for cryptocurrency enthusiasts, say fintech officials. Now, this is kind of interesting. This article just came out today. Now, this is from Grayscale also. On Tuesday, Michael, the managing director at Grayscale Investments, remember Grayscale Investments spoke to Bloomberg about the cryptocurrency market crash, as well as the adoption of cryptocurrency by institutional investors. The discussion cast a look at the fantastic bullish run that took place towards the end of 2017 and spoke about how the factored into significant adoption of cryptocurrencies across markets. The fintech official spoke about regulations and restrictions being placed on cryptocurrencies across the sector and gave his 2 cents on where the digital asset can go from here. He said that at least there has been a surge of investments into the field even after the price dropped. Of course there was, proving that the crypto is an en route mass adoption. So, and he also spoke briefly on Ripple. Michael farther added that companies like Ripple struck true to its name, creating big ripples in the cryptocurrency ocean by revolutionizing cross-border payments and remittances. He stated that investors will not stop considering cryptocurrency markets because there is no other asset class present with such enormous potential, he said. So this is huge. This is huge. So also got this right here. Now this is a memorandum from, I don't know, 2016, 2017. It's from Grayscale right here. Just spoke about Ripple meeting with representatives of Grayscale Investments, the news and the New York Stock Exchange. Now, on July 7th, Chief Counsel to Chairman Clayton and Elizabeth Blades, Councilman Chairman Clayton, met with the following individuals: Barry Silbert, Grayscale. Grayscale, Michael, Grayscale. Here's Michael right here. He just spoke in this last article about Ripple. Michael Shazan, Grayscale. Joseph Hall and Elizabeth King, New York Stock Exchange. So basically, it looks like they have been working with regulators since the beginning. Now this is the Bitcoin Investment Trust sponsored by Grayscale Investments. But if you go all the way to the bottom right here, investment portfolio, you guessed it, Ripple right there, that's for sure. No, I always say let's follow the money. Big Barry Silbert is the head of the DCG Group, Genesis, Grayscale, CoinDesk, media events research platform, 100 plus companies across 27 countries, represents Ripple. And here he is right here, Big Barry Silbert, Chief Executive Officer. Now I always do a follow the money part on my live streams because basically just follow the money. It's really plain and simple to see what these guys are up to. Barry Silbert became one of the first most active investors in the Bitcoin space, providing seed funding for Coinbase and Ripple. There's Ripple right there. And another thing that caught me really interesting is this guy right here, Glenn Hutchins. Glenn Hutchins is the co-founder of Silver Lake, global leader in technology investing. He serves on the board of the AT&T, NASDAQ, Federal Reserve, Bank of New York. So this is huge, and we've done plenty of videos on him. He basically said that XRP is the one. He invests in XRPs, invests in Ripple. He sits on the board of the Federal Reserve. He sits on the board of the DCG Group. Guys, we got some big names, heavyweights in the game now, that's for sure. Also, MasterCard, Digital Currency Group investors, MasterCard, CME Group backs XRP and Ripple also. Prudential, one of the biggest storage companies in the world. Brain Capital, big names, that's for sure. And if you really look at this right here, hold on, where's it at? Right here, recent government regulatory news. South Korean prepares bill to provide legal framework for cryptocurrencies. Indian government mulling legalization of Bitcoin cryptocurrency in India. Consortium launched to prevent criminal use of cryptocurrency. Australia will recognize Bitcoin as money and protect Bitcoin businesses to businesses no taxes. Now, Australia has been the leader in blockchain technology, approving Ripple XRP for their regulated exchanges. We've talked about that in previous videos. They've also the World Bank has issued the first blockchain bond on distributed ledger technology to the Bank of Australia because of the regulatory clarity. Japan officially recognizes Bitcoin as a currency starting April. Now the thing is, guys, I'm a big time XRP guy. It's never my goal to Federal Reserve, Task Force, Ripple, improve speed and transparency. It was not my goal to say, okay, Bitcoin is going to be adopted, it's going to be the world currency. My thing is this, is I believe that there will be a digital asset that's a world currency. Gary Cohn, who's chief advisor to Trump and big time Goldman Sachs Bank, Donald Trump's whole cabinet is Goldman Sachs guys. They're huge investors in the companies. You see Goldman Sachs basically bought Feloniacs. Goldman Sachs is at the high level advisory board. Cohn says, predicts global cryptocurrency. This guy knows something. Look at that smile. He knows something. There's a global cryptocurrency coming. Now, my belief is going to be XRP. That's for sure. XRP is going to be the global currency. What do you guys think about the video I put together? Sorry, it's a lot of hopping around. Just kind of wanted to get the video done. But the main point I wanted to kind of get across to everybody is there's going to be a massive bull run on the way. That's for sure. Institutional money is on the way in. Matter of fact, last thing really quick. This article right here, we just talked about this yesterday. Bear with me one last second. Okay, right here. Michael also touched upon the market will consolidate soon, and such factors such as custody, allocation, and order management capabilities will fall into place. Just recently, BitGo, a cryptocurrency company, received a state trust, charter, and active custody for cryptocurrencies. The move also made BitGo the first company to act as a regulated custody targeted trust as cryptocurrency market. CEO of BitGo has stated. So basically, this is the missing piece for infrastructure. It's a treacherous environment today. Hedge funds need it. Families of offices need it. They can participate in digital currency until they have a place to store it that's regulated. Regulated custody. So basically, and this is the guy from Grayscale talking about that, guys. Come on, people. Put two and two together here. Massive bull run on the way. I mean, I could do a whole video showing you the whole partnerships of XRP, but we've pretty much covered that. So I pretty much just wanted to highlight that, hey guys, institutional money is on the way. Jay Clayton is a Goldman Sachs guy. He's all about making money. He's all about IPOs. So they're definitely going to be about ICOs. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think of this video. The CKJ coin will pop up underneath of me. Smash that coin and subscribe. We're almost to 10,000 subscribers. Huge shout out to the XRP family. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for the support. It's been one hell of a ride. But guess what? Buckle up. We're just getting started. Have a good day.